Welcome back to Oathbound Gaming. Today we're looking at this game called Rogue Lords. Rogue Lords, first of all, this is a closed beta. I was invited to it. I was lucky enough to be invited to it. And we're going to take a first look at it. I have not played it yet. And this game is a turn-based RPG that has you playing the evil one, you playing the bad guy. And it's got a unique system that allows you to adjust the flow of combat, let's say. Adjust things in combat. It's pretty interesting. I'll show you guys this. I'm sure we'll see it during the gameplay. Again, I have not played it at all, but I've done a fair bit of research on the game before I decided I want in this. So let's find out what this game's like.
Many moons ago,
let's watch a little bit of this.
Rose up against me and chased me down. They were led by demon hunters, wretched beings incapable of seeing the beauty of a corrupted world. My creatures and demons gave everything they had in the fight, but it was not enough. I was forced to leave the world of the living. Weakened, I returned to hell to survive. For years I consumed fresh souls to regain my power, but their numbers are fast diminishing. I cannot wait anymore. I must reclaim my rightful place. It is time to gather my forces once more. Those who signed a pact with me will do as I order. They will spread terror and corruption in my name. The time has come for my revenge.
It's pretty cool. Makes you think, are we actually the heartless ones by killing all these bad guys in every game we play? What are we doing to them? We're sending them back to hell. As I'm wearing my Diablo 2 Resurrected shirt. Can't wait for that game. Alright, so let's see. The Devil's Lair. Welcome to your fortress. From here you can launch adventures from the map of the new world, read about your servants in the chart of disciples, and follow your progress on the altar of conquest. Alright, so map first. Map depicts the new world. The demon hunters put an end to your reign in this region 10 years ago. It's here that you'll choose missions from your disciples in their quest to avenge you. The further you progress in the game, the stronger your adversaries become, and the overall difficulty of the game increases. For the moment, your adversaries are weak, so take advantage of that and hit hard.
Many years ago, I was banished from the terrestrial plane by Van Helsing
so the game's got
and his demon hunters.
Game's got
Since then,
a
I
heck
have
of a lot of
reigned
voice
over
acting,
hell
looks like.
while awaiting
So
the
pretty
hour
cool.
of my return.
Choose a third disciple.
But things are
Will be chosen for
changing.
you at random.
The souls of the deceased no longer descend into hell.
Choose Bloody Mary.
Have humans
Okay.
become more virtuous?
You will choose Bloody Mary. Control a group of disciples and choose one to represent the group. You navigate from zone to zone by choosing your route on the map. You have to complete the main activity in a zone before you can move on to the next. Okay, so I'm using a mouse pointer to move. Let me see some. Oh, it's not connected. I was gonna see, does this have controller support? Ah, it is. It's gonna have full controller support. Alright, cool. So, if you guys are into playing these type of games with a controller instead, we'll have that option.
Through the renewed link with my disciples, I become aware of the situation in the new world. The demon hunters have increased their hold on the population.
We'll skip that, because I'll definitely play through the game from the beginning when the game releases, if I enjoy this. But I generally skip the story in my first test playthrough. The book map shows the zones and paths for 2 chapters. Ooh, I love this! Also shows you the special effects that might affect certain zones during gameplay. The first zone of the book is always a combat. I already know what this is going to be like. This is going to be like roguelike games where you're picking your path, and the path changes every time you go. Yeah, okay, so as these get larger, we'll have different paths to take. Some you might run into a vendor, you might mouse over a few zones to see more detail. Combat. Styx Fountain. Visit a Styx Fountain that regenerated diabolic essence or purge your disciples' negative traits. Revenge. Choose a disciple to be the main actor in an event for a chance to improve their characters. Grim Reaper. Sell your soul to Grim Reaper in exchange for skills and relics. I love this type of thing. You guys have probably seen me cover a fair amount of roguelike games on this channel. I love it. I love roguelike games. I think they're really cool. Oh, this is a clever way of of doing this. So I'm moving through the map right now, those pathways, and I'm actually choosing. Most roguelike games just have you clicking the next zone you want to go. Okay, I'm here, I'm gonna go here, you know, the middle one, and it just moves you to the next zone. You're actually physically moving your character through that map, those pathways. That's clever, I like that. Diabolical Essence is your main resource. If you run out, you lose. Essence can be lost during combat or used to boost your influence over the world of mortals. Souls can be won during combat or events. They can be traded to the Grim Reaper to obtain skills. Increase the rarity of your skills you already have, or obtain relics. As you accumulate events in combats, the terror you inspire grows. Each increase produces a terror effect on the zones on a subsequent night and gives you advantages. For every 4 increases, you move up a notch, permanently improving your chance to obtain higher rarity skills, and you receive a relic. Cool. First combat, let's see. Oh, this is cool. Main activity. Completing the activity unlocks access to the following zones. Choose your approach. It will determine which rewards you receive at the end of the combat. Ah, I see that terror effect in 3 nights. Look at the map at the bottom right. That's showing me that the night in which a terror effect is gonna land on. Select this approach to earn a skill at the end of combat. Set up an ambush, 1 skill. Attack discreetly, 20 souls. Okay, it wants me to set up an ambush. Let's do that. Beginning of each turn, your enemies announce the actions they are going to launch. You have 5 action points to share among your disciples in order to thwart their attack. Once you finish, your enemies play their announced attacks. Then a new turn begins with your enemy's announcement of their intentions. Alright, so he's going to attack. He's going to do 8 damage to the dude in the middle.
What game are we playing?
All combatants have 2 gauges of health, 1 physical and 1 spiritual. Inflicting physical damage reduces the number of health points, while inflicting spiritual damage reduces the number of spiritual points. To defeat an enemy, you must reduce their health points or spiritual points to 0, and then inflict the same type of damage 1 last time to finish them off. So it sounds like you can't one-shot people, you know? Like if you do 50 damage to a guy with 20 health, he'll still have 0, and you need to hit him 1 more time? That's what it sounds like. Alright, Dracula, what you got? Bleeding Heart. Recharging skills. When you use a skill, you deplete its charge, and it can't be used again until it has been recharged. Each disciple possesses a recharge action that replenishes all their skills. Recharge actions vary from one disciple to another. For example, some have bonus effects that change their cost. Use your recharge action. Recharge all the disciples' skills. Rallying. So your vampirism is a debuff that allows you to life leech. Plus 4 HP inflicted by skills. 2 times 2 to 3 HP. Alright, let's recharge. Alright, Dracula.
This makes me stronger.
You have no more actions to play, and your turn. Now he did 8 damage to the Headless Horseman. Alright. Select Bleeding Heart again. And he did. So now he's vulnerable. 1 more. When enemies reach 0 points or 0, they do not die. You have to administer a death strike by inflicting damage on the same gauge. The disciples are also subject to vulnerability status, but they do not die when they receive a death blow. Instead, you consume Diabolic Essence, that's this thing at the top left, to keep them alive so they complete their mission. Alright, Bleeding Heart, go.
Those who do not submit must die. Simple mortal trinkets.
Each type of activity
Better
has
find
its
a
own
use
set of
for them.
specifications. At the end of each combat, you'll receive a reward depending on your choice at the time of approach. You will regularly have choice of 3 elements during reward phases. Choose 1. Twist of Fate. So this is Bloody Mary. I guess she would get an ability. When you obtain a skill for the 3rd time, the 3 fuse together to form a skill with the next level of rarity. Cool. So it's showing me the other rarities on the right. Reduce the impeding attack by 2, and it upgrades to 4, and then finally at 6. Can I use this one? Place in an open slot. Cool. So, moving to the next zone. Visit a Styx fountain to regenerate essence. Okay, let's see what this is about.
You shall not leave until all the mortals in this
Some zones
region
have an
have
extra
bowed
activity.
down before me.
It is optional and can be carried out before or after the main activity. What's the optional one? This is an optional? Extra activity. This activity is optional. Cool, I like that. So there wasn't a combat one in this zone, but there was an optional one there.
I'm terribly sorry, but it seems your time has come.
Dracula's about to be hit with serious damage. There are several ways to reduce inflicted damage. 1, with skills that immediately diminish imminent damage. 2, with statuses that protect your disciples and will negatively affect your enemies. Mary's bloodthirst translates to physical skills that can only target the weakest adversaries. Mary also possesses a mirror that she places in front of the enemy of her choice when she recharges. Once her mirror is in place, all the skills she plays are reproduced on the mirror's target.
Mirror, mirror, who shall die tonight?
Twist of fate. Select Nekrage. So reduced his damage by 2, but it played out twice, it looks like. Ooh, that's deadly. Oh man. Headless Horseman is a battle-hardened soldier who can take blows and dish them out. He gets reduction of damage and provocation status allow him to redirect attacks to himself. When he suffers damage, his bitterness increases at his maximum. His bitterness enables him to launch extremely potent skills.
Who should I kill?
Only the holder of this status can be targeted by adversaries. Reduce the HP and SP suffered by 4. So he's taunting people. Certain effects allow you to apply a status to a character. These can have a number of charges or a duration in turns. If they have charges, they lose 1 charge each time they are triggered. If they have a duration, they can be launched several times for as long as they are active. 6 status types: enhancement, protection, cure, maneuver, control, and weakness. A character can hold 1 status of each type. If another status of the same type is applied, it replaces the first. If it's the same, its duration, number of charges increases. Makes sense. So it's pretty interesting that you can select characters to you know, take a turn with. Because you have 5 charges, or at least maybe that increases later, I don't know. I have 5 charges, and skills, if you take a look at the top right of the slash box, it says it takes 2.
Our duel is coming to its close.
Bleeding will kill the enemy. So, it's pretty interesting that, like, it's not just 1 turn per each character, it's 5 charges, and you can use them amongst any of the characters you want, any of the 3 characters, a mix, just use 1. Dracula is a leader of men and was once a bloodthirsty warrior. He has earned his longevity by being extremely cautious in potentially deadly situations. His experience has given him a number of skills that benefit his whole team. When he becomes vulnerable, the warrior reawakens and some of his skills become devastating.
I'm listening, Master.
Select Bloodthirst. Go into Devil mode.
I don't like this situation.
Devil isn't held back by the
Let's
same
change
rules as
it.
mortal. He can cheat the interface. This allows him to modify the health points and spiritual point gauges, recharge skills, move statuses around. The only limit to his power is the cost in Diabolic Essence. One of your devil powers allows you to move statuses between combatants. To do so, grab one of the combatant statuses under its HP and SP gauge and drag it under the gauges of the combatant you wish to give it to. We're actually stealing this buff. And we're gonna move her health bar to 0. And that's gonna cost 5 to move her health and 5 of this essence, Diabolic Essence, to steal the buff.
My power is absolute.
So we just stole his thing. And now we can finish her off because we moved her health to 0. That's crazy.
Abandoning me, disciples? Do you want to feel my wrath?
When a disciple is vulnerable and about to suffer damage, the devil protects it at the cost of as many diabolical essence as afflicted damage. If a disciple is not vulnerable and about to suffer more damage than its current HP or SP, the damage surplus is cancelled. However, when an attack hitting several times counts as many damage applications and can consume essence. Interesting. Finish the fight by your own means. Alright.
Our duel is coming to its close.
Oh, I can't use that because that costs too much. This one costs 1.
A mortal that bows down before my power is a good mortal. I am pleased.
Skills at
with
3 levels
these
of rarity.
offerings.
Ordinary,
Take
wicked,
them.
and demonic. When you obtain a skill for the 3rd time, the 3 fuse together form a skill of next rarity. Afterwards, you discover a skill with higher rarity of the same disciple. Okay. Okay, so these are going to upgrade. Let's do this.
Take everything you can.
Ah, so that was, it discovered another one. Okay, cool. Oh, look at that. Transforms received healing into damage. Zombie. That could be useful depending on who you're fighting. Remove an enhancement. Add 1 charge turn to horseman status. Move protection plus 2 damage to allies. Let's go with the zombie one. What's this activity? Unlock just one on the sticks even before you see the source. Click to observe. There's 6 bubble on the phone. Fountains at certain spots spread around the world. You can use water to regenerate diabolical essence or purge your disciples' negative traits. You can only withdraw energy from the source 1 time. Your disciples assemble around the altar waiting
The
your
waters
orders.
of the Styx offer invincibility. I need
Diabolic essence. There we go. There's an event. Let's see what happens here. I think these is going to be a roguelite randomized
I hear the
events.
murmurs of the trees. They're fed up with
Abandoned
humans.
shack.
Let us answer their prayers.
Unlocks access to the following. So, choose a disciple to pass the social tests and receive the associated traits at the end of the event. Use this disciple. Okay. Disciple stumbles upon a young man shooting at a straw target with a crossbow. He startled when he notices them and points his weapon in this direction. You are. I recognize you. My master told me about you. You are devil's emissaries. Going through the night, you become a legend in my own time. Be the greatest demon hunter ever. Despite his boasting, he could barely hide the fact that he's shaking his boots. You almost feel sorry for him, but his naivety annoys you. There must be a way to use them to your advantage. Choose a scene to gather more information. Click on the interactive element. What is the interactive element? Him? Okay. Headless Horseman looks the kid up and down. As the event unfolds, you'll have to make choices that influence how the story progresses and the rewards you receive. Certain actions are social tests, and passion depends on your disciple's characteristics. The actions that require a test have greater potential, but unless you cheat, you take the risk of failing them. Go into devil mode to cheat.
I shall reforge the world in my
Slide the
image.
success gauge up to 100%. Which one? Alright, this one?
The dice were loaded from the start.
Infiltrates the apprentice's mind to make his worst nightmares come true. Shadow creatures begin crawling on the ground around him and over his skin. Anything goes when it comes to accomplishing a mission, even magic. And at my age, I'm very hard to impress. Congratulations. It's a soldier student to master all weapons in his arsenal. So I got +2 temptation and +3 max health. What the heck's temptation? Disciples sometimes react after some social test depending on their temper. Each disciple has more or less chances to react positively. A reaction can either only involve the disciple who just passed the test or be a conversation between another member of the team. Reaction generate a trait for at least one of the participants, either positive or negative, depending on the reaction's nature. Livid with terror, the apprentice hunter tries to kill them, but they are only illusions and he can't even touch them. Finally, he falls to his knees before your disciple. Have pity, make them stop, I'll do whatever you want. He's at the Headless Horseman's mercy. What should you do with him? Oh, you get to make another Forcing to betray the other demon hunter. The only way to make creatures disappear is by killing the other demon hunters he knows. Without a second hesitation, Apprentice takes off running for the closest demon hunter's refuge. It won't be long before the souls of these cursed upstarts are more among your subjects.
Fresh souls to torment.
300 souls to buy stuff. Cool. Traits are permanent and affect social and combat characteristics of the disciple who obtains them. Your disciples can also receive negative traits when they fail social tests or show negative reactions during events. Negative traits can be purged from the fountains of the sticks. Open spellbook. Nekrage book shows you the current state of each disciple, including skills, combat, social characteristics, and relics. Second page spellbook shows you the relics you possess that are not linked to a specific disciple and detail your demonic powers. Create a portal. Huh. Replace one secondary activity with another. That's cool. So this is pretty interesting. Different. Set as leader. Oh, temptation. Okay. So that was a social stat, temptation, that I ended up getting. Secret meeting place hidden from mortals. Your disciples meet with the Grim Reaper. It's time to do some business.
A conductor of souls.
Oversees skills and relics in exchange for souls. You'll increase the rarity of the skill you already possess, but to do so, he needs to keep the skill until the next time you meet him. Buy a skill. Skill enhancement, okay. That one. I see. So if you upgrade a skill by getting 3 of them, it happens right away. But if you want to give him one of the skills that you don't have 3 of to upgrade, we have to meet him again. Okay. Fiance's Kiss. This skill for the 3rd time. Inflict damage. Recharge the depleted skill with the highest AP cost. Sure. Buy a relic. More than skills. Relics are powerful assets to help you progress. Though they can be obtained from the Grim Reaper and during certain events, the surest way to get them is by defeating elite adversaries. When upgrade the rarity of a skill is to leave it with the Grim Reaper. Skill you leave will not be in your disciple's inventory. You'll have to find a reminder of that skill next to a mini-map. You can find a reminder of that skill. The Grim Reaper will return the upgraded skill next time you visit. Alright, they want us to do one. Sure. Okay, so this one showing that I don't have it now. I gotta wait to get it. What's that? Nothing. Book chapter.
My disciples enter the sanctuary.
Oh, is this just story? Alright, we'll skip that for now. Yeah, okay. So it's story, and now I have 3 paths, right? 3 paths to choose from? Yes. Combat in the middle, event on the right. Let's go with the event. I show them corpses of malefic creatures. It's not a good sign. You urge your disciples to be on their guard.
The curse will pay for that.
Following effect will affect the zone situation 2 nights. The price of each article increases by 10% to 30%. Bastards. Open the map. Use devil mode to cheat and avoid this threat.
Let's get down to business.
Choose the zone to which you want to create an access portal. What?
My power is absolute.
Portal won't become active until you have... So, it wants me to complete this, and then I'll teleport over to the other one? Event, Use a disciple to pass social test. Let's go with this Bloody Mary. Sanctuary Lumen's men are inside the walls of Banachak, preparing to submit the villagers to the question. They are convinced that several witches live in the area, and they're right. These fanatics of the light seem willing to do whatever it takes to eliminate the witches. With a little push from you, they might burn abandoned shacks and all its inhabitants. There might be a more subtle way to use them that would allow you to save the witches. It's a central square, closely watched by Inquisition. It's easy to mix in with the crowd, but almost impossible to escape. Sanctuary Lumens have done a good job. The witches are trapped. So this is one thing I'm kind of disappointed in. I gotta be real. Like, this is not what's happening in this picture here, but they're describing an event. You know, I get it. Use your imagination. I have none. So that kind of sucks. But it's not horrible. It's not bad. I mean, I just wish it depicted what was going on, you know? Attack was missing in the crowd. Help the witches escape. Accuse a group of innocent bystanders. Study how the Inquisitors work. No, that sounds like you gotta wait until the witches burn. So I'm gonna have to use the devil mode.
Let's get down to business.
Right? Ooh, that takes 15.
Reality is but a toy to me.
Alright, help the witches
The
escape.
limit to my power is my imagination.
Take advantage of the crowd's agitation to help the witches escape. Once outside the town, they recognize Bloody Mary as one of her precious disciples. They immediately falls to their knees before her and offer up all the possessions of value
A
to thank
fragment
her.
of power for my disciples.
Each time you sacrifice a skill, you earn 80 souls. For every 10 skills played, the last disciple to have played receives 1 superpower. Sure. And then we're going to use this demonic portal. Cool. And Grim Reaper, so he should give me my skill back, right? It's time to do business. Blood loss. Strength has been greatly multiplied. The harvest is good. Skill builds now.
With that,
Sweet.
the humans will finally submit.
So he got himself a
A
buffed
conductor
up,
of souls. All those innocent souls
buffed
I
up skill.
harvested will finally be of use.
Let's try another one. Corpses, Gravedigger. If you come to the travel walk, write it back out and put it in the common grave. This damn white plague ravaging the countryside. Don't have any space for new residents. And the worst part is that all these plague-inflicted bodies don't rot. There's some dark magic at work in there somewhere, I'm sure of it. Give it anything to get rid of these bodies. Okay. Make a pact with the Gravedigger. He's palpable. You offer to help him solve his problem in exchange for his soul. I'll sign off if you want to help me get rid of these damn corpses. It's as if his soul was already yours. All you'll have to do is fulfill your end of the bargain and empty the cemetery of residents. Summon grave robbers.
Orders? I carry them out.
On the cemetery wall, Headless Horseman carves a small, discreet symbol well known to the underworld. Indicates that the corpses inside are rich and easy to steal. Within a night or two, the grave robbers will have emptied the cemetery of its occupants. Not only will the grave digger's problems be solved, but this contraband will also keep your enemy's attention directed away from you for a while. Believe that he doesn't want to deal with all those bodies. Grave digger signs your pact. Thanks to this new servant, the souls of the dead who are buried in the cemetery will add to your mind.
Scream as loud.
Sick. Terror. Terror effects appear in all zones in a line and depend on the type of zone they affect. Each terror effect increases your terror gauge by 1 point. For every 4 points gained, you move up a notch in terror, increase your chance of obtaining wicked skills, and receive a relic. All effects will affect the zone situated in 2 nights. Upon arrival in the zone, the devil receives 10 essence and max essence. Cool. Oh, there's the path right there. Let's go do another fight.
It will take more than a few stone walls to
Green
keep
Hollow. Frontal
evil from
attack.
penetrating into your homes.
Okay, so who's got haste now? Because that's one of the relics. Automatically charges the skill used.
I'll have to cut your head off.
What game are we playing?
won't recharge her own skill. Okay.
I'm parched.
Leave me alone!
Zombie. Each one receives healing at the damage. Well, I don't plan to heal her. Inflict damage, apply bleeding.
Aim for the head.
What game are we playing?
Vulnerable.
I'm listening.
He can finish her.
Cower before my omnipotence.
Easy enough.
My influence is growing.
A trait from one of your disciples. I want to see what happens when we get to the end. We're very close. The end of this map, at least.
What a charming valley.
Vulnerable zone. Discover a trait from one of your
My
disciples.
disciples will have
Because I
to
chose a
fix
frontal
that.
attack for that one, and this one was from another build-up. I think it was that social event. So,
Really? It's for me!
10 diabolic essence. Terror level. Cool. Styx fountain.
The waters of the Styx offer it.
Cool. Punish diabolic essence. And is this like a boss battle now? Let's see. Mansion ruins. You reach the boss of the book. All you have to do is defeat it. Just like red threads, there will never be secondary activities in these zones. A book will always end with a final combat, and each book has its own boss. Let's see what's gonna face us.
I guide my disciples.
Let's see. Who we facing?
Van Helsing. Finally, we meet again. Prepare to suffer an eternity of torment, mortal.
Ooh, that's a lot of Look at his health bar. What the hell? Okay, so there's got to be a special
It's
way
high
now.
time I interfered.
Okay, so you obviously have to use your diabolic essence here to modify his health. Reduce HP loss by 6. Can I reduce HP? Reduce the loss of HP by 6, not 2/6, so I don't care too much about that. Oh, is that 2,500 diabolic essence? Okay, not 25, 2,500, so I can't do that. Okay, how am I gonna kill this guy with 10,000 health? Okay,
Hunger!
damn it. His multi-attack is still gonna hit everyone. This is not good.
I shall reforge the world in my image. I am irresistible. The
Let's
only
do that
limit to
and
my
kill this one real
power
quick.
is my imagination.
Am I supposed to lose this? I'm supposed to lose this, right? Like that's the end of the beta. That's the joke. Well, I guess not really a joke. That's how this is meant to play out, right? Dodged. Oh, man. I don't understand.
What's keeping you from ridding us of this vermin, disciples?
It's gotta be
Do
intentional,
you want to feel my
right?
wrath?
My disciples are defeated. Van Helsing brushed them aside with the swipe of a hand. What a heap.
Let's see if like you gain progression or something.
Interesting.
Let's go Midnight Kiss, Dracula. So you still get stronger when you fail, I think.
I don't have many disciples left to send to the... I don't have many disciples left to send
Look
to
on
the...
the portrait, blah blah blah. So you learn a little about him. Obviously there's going to be more than just these three. Well guys, that was Rogue Lords. That was pretty interesting. I'm guessing that boss is set that hard so you can't beat him in the beta. That's the way it ends. So that was pretty cool, pretty unique too. I like the little devil adjustment system where you can kind of play with what's going on in the battle, move buffs, move debuffs, adjust health bars. That's pretty cool. That's definitely pretty unique, different. You know, I haven't seen that in a game before. If you have, let me know in the comments. I haven't seen anything like that. It lets you like totally manipulate the current battle. But that was Rogue Lords, guys. That was a beta of it, closed beta, and this game is going to release in fall of 2021. So yeah, that was a preview of Rogue Lords. I hope you guys enjoyed that, and if you did, like, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will catch you guys in the next video. Skiddat!